So here I have my NX shell, my window open. Now, when I first come in, I'm not going to have anything open, so I'm just going to see this background. If I go up to New, I get this window that pops up asking me, what type of data do I want to create? What new thing do I want to make? Now, I'll just click on Model. Here you can see I have Model, I have Assembly, Shape Studio, Sheet Metal. Something to note within NX. NX uses basically one file type. There are no separate file types for models, for assemblies, for sheet metal, or anything like that. It's just a .prt. That being said, when I come in here and create a new model, it's going to make a .prt. If I create an assembly, it's going to make a .prt. Notice there's my model, .prt. If I click on assembly, .prt, all that it's doing is using the template file for some internal changes, maybe layer naming, conventions, specific attributes that you want attached or associated to the file. And that's it. But for the most part, everything that you see, use, do within NX is going to be within a .prt file. So even if I go up into a drawing is still a .prt. All this is doing is pointing to a template file and, again, setting up some things within that file that you have set up within that template. That's all that's doing. Now, once I decide to create a file, go File New, I specify the model, I can specify the units. Now, you may be at a location that has certain things turned on or off. So you may have something that looks a little different than this. Overall, it should be the same as far as the tabs and filters and all sorts of other stuff that you have here. But for the most part, you're going to have template files that you may have. Maybe you have a tooling template file. Maybe you have a surfacing template file. Maybe you have just a casting template file. Whatever that may be, you may see that here. So once I select OK, it goes in and creates the file for me. Now, within this file, there's certain things that are, again, part of the template. This is part of the template. I may have some layer names that are part of the template. Other things that you need to be made aware of is once you do go into the file, there's an application. We'll talk a little bit about that later. That application tells you what application you're in is right here, is the tools that are available to you. So, for example, if I close this out, close, and then I make a new file, and this time I'm going to make a drawing, hit OK, just close that out. You'll see I am now in the drafting application. So that's all that you're basically doing when you make a new part file. Now, if I open an existing file, then based off of what I do open, let me go File Open. Here's a file that you're going to see later on referenced. Select OK. This is something that has those properties already a part of it. So you see the modeling application, it switched it from the drawing application that we saw earlier. So based off of the type of file that you started out with or what application you're in, when you save that file, that's what you're going to come back into when you open a file. These are just little things important for you to note, understand when you're looking at an NX part file.